make the blue cheese dressing first because I want that to cool down a little bit as I do the other stuff. This is a half pint, 8 ounces. I think that's right, half pint. Yeah, that's 8 ounces. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to have a half pint of mayonnaise and this thing. So one of each. And I'm going to throw not this whole thing in there because it'll be way too cheesy then. You know, this is a to taste thing. I'm going to go about half of it, so then I'll have enough for another batch. Stuff tends to go pretty fast. It's almost too good. It's almost like ridiculously good. It's sickeningly good. This mayonnaise, you know, to make sure it's exact same amount as this, half pint. It looks like a little more than a half pint. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to add this to this, and if it's too mayonnaisey, I got 2% milk. I'll throw some of that in there. Ain't that big of a deal. I'm sure it'll be fine. We'll see, eh? The other thing I like about doing it this way is because now I can just take this jar and just shake it. And that's a great way to mix it. It's way better than trying to shake this thing. This thing's just teetery crapola. Yeah, see? It's good. Now I'm just going to add the blue cheese to that. Should be good to go. I usually have this blue cheese covered in wax. I don't know. A lot of times I like to just kind of press down on the sides a little bit. I'm going to take out about that much. Take that. About half of it. Now add that to this. Shake it up and you're done. Pretty tough, eh? Get that blue cheese in there and just got the lid on there and get it on there nice and tight. And do this. Peel the label off this so people don't freak out and get confused and go, whoa, that mayonnaise is weird, you know. Take that off there. Now nobody knows what's in there because you know what I'm saying. Just, I mean, you don't have to worry about that here, but you might live with someone who just never know. You know. That mayonnaise, I threw it away because it was rotten. What do you mean? That other jar, that must have been really old. That was blue cheese dressing. Haven't you ever had blue cheese dressing? It didn't taste anything like mayonnaise. Another reason you want to let this sit for a while, just like any salad dressing that you might make, you want it to sit and kind of let the blue cheese marinate in with the mayonnaise and buttermilk. It doesn't have all that much blue cheesy taste right now. I mean, it's good, but in about 3 hours, this will be just like 80% better. So this is one of those things you got to give it time. Next, we're gonna cut this squash up and get some garlic ready. And if you discover there's some like weird stuff like that on your squash, make sure you clean that off good. Cause I like the squash with the skin, but man, make sure this thing's cleaned off. Please clean it off good, really good. Like this. Make this be like this. That's pretty good. Got that baby clean pretty good. Ready for cutting. That thick. This is one way I do it, man. It works for me anyway. When I get to the very end, when I don't have enough to hold on here, that's when you usually end up cutting yourself because you don't have much to hold on. So I actually take my finger like this and hold on to both ends. Just make sure you don't cut into your tip of your one finger. And slow down. last one is the one you'd most likely cut yourself at the very end of the thing, and so just be careful, man. Just watch what you're doing. Anyway, that's the squash. I'm gonna actually shish kebab this stuff, and I might put some other stuff on there. I'm thinking we got some onions, celery on the grill. I know that sounds pretty stupid, but I might do it anyway just because I have it. Celery, onions, and squash. Yeah, I'm sure there's not too many people on the block doing that tonight on the grill. Anyway. This is one of the best Mexican red peppers I've almost ever bought. I mean, it's just crisp, firm. Should be really good. And I decided I'm gonna cut this up a little bit and put it in there with the onion on the on the shish kebab there. I'm gonna cut this onion a little different because I want this to go on a kebab, so I'm gonna want like some big chunks out of an onion. So I'm just gonna cut it. And usually I cut it against the grain, but I'm going with the grain. Top of the onion, over a little bit, and just gonna go down like so. Don't really want to go nuts with onion, but a few chunks on there. This outer peel is really thick. I don't know. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna take that chunk of onion, and then what I'm gonna do is just like, see how you got that? You can just peel this out. Boom. See? So now I got these little, like they're little bowls. Onion bowls. There's a recipe. Make something in there. Onion bowls. Yeah, so watch that. So I'm gonna suck that one up. Next thing is Applebee's. Onion bowls. Whatever. Anyway, so these are gonna go like on here. I don't know what I'm gonna do here. If they're too, I might cut these in half actually. They're really big ones, this one and this one. So yeah, those are some onion chunks right there. I think I'm probably going to need about 2 skewers for this. I'm going to cut some peppers up here. I'm going to cut these, I'm just going to cut the edges of this. You know what, I don't like this knife though. I want a serrated knife to do this job. Very common sight in the Crappy Kitchen shows. Probably the knife I still use the most. It's an awesome knife. See what I'm doing here? I want big chunks that are skewer friendly. Alright? Just toss that part. See what I mean? Here, focus this thing. Just take these and anyway, there's 2 skewers. No, you can't have my hat. Give me my hat back, Curry. Give me that. Drop it. My hat. My hat. I'm gonna make some garlic butter. Some on the steak, some on the squash. None on the blue cheese. Just got a stick of butter here. I'm thinking I might go about half of that stick actually. No, that might be too much. But third of the stick. Just a big chunk of garlic in here. Juicy piece of garlic. Microwave that for about You know, 30-second increments until it's melted. Just don't overdo it. You know, if you got a really strong microwave, don't put it on like a minute because you'll keep running. She met a boy with more money than I. This is oh yeah. Took a little, I don't know, half a spoonful of that red curry paste. Mixed it in with a little bit of this garlic butter, and I'm also gonna add just a drop of Tabasco. Oh, you don't want the cap in there. That's not good. Yeah, a couple drops. I just want this kind of a spicy little tangy thing to go in here. Actually, I might do a little like lime juice or something. Just a couple drops there. Lime juice. Yeah, but that's gonna be good, man. That's gonna be good. Let's taste it. Oh, yes. Alright, this is the garlic stuff, lime juice. Made a little boat here of aluminum foil because it's one thing that happens sometimes when I'm putting this on well in advance before I put it on the grill, because I kind of want this mixture of juice to kind of just lay on these veggies a little bit, soak in there. Then this is lime juice, curry paste, garlic, and butter. That's all it is. Yeah, so I'm putting this on there, and then that way when I'm going to start this on the grill in the foil, because that way as this stuff kind of drips off it, goes down, it'll settle in the bottom in that aluminum foil, and this will be soaking in that, and I'll do that for a while. I think at the end I'll probably maybe take it out of there and put it on the actual right over the flames, but I might not either. I might just leave it like this. We'll see. I'm going to just streak a little bit of garlic oil over the top of this. Just like so. Just a little streak of it. Did I say garlic oil? Garlic oil? I meant olive oil. Olive oil. Add a little black pepper to this. We're gonna do these steaks up here. There were these ribeyes, and there was only $4.99 a pound, $5.64 for both those pretty good sized steaks. And so I'm just gonna put a little garlic butter on those and let it soak in there for a little bit. And I think I'm gonna clean these off first though. So got a little less garlic butter. Just kind of putting that over the steak. Just butter and garlic. That's all it is. Fresh squeezed garlic in there. I'm gonna let that soak, and it's gonna harden on there, and the steak's a little cold, so you notice the butter's kind of crystallizing or whatever you want to call it. And so what I'm going to do is just get the coals going, and when they're hot enough I'm going to throw the steak on. what we got here now is the skewers. And they got squash and onions and red peppers and a little butter with Tabasco and curry paste and garlic in there, and like I mentioned, the ginger, and just kind of letting it marinating. The coals are on their way pretty much. You want to make sure they're all good and silver. I'd just add a couple of drops of soy sauce, not too much, just a little bit. Spread it out in that butter a little bit. Garlic butter. Yeah, because the coals are getting close, but I'd rather do that than salt them, right? I'm going to add a little bit of salt to the mixture. So what we got there is the garlic, butter on top of the steak with a little tiny bit of soy sauce. The reason I'm doing this squash first is I want to give it about a 20-minute head start on the steaks. Steaks will be done pretty fast. It won't take long. These coals are really sweet right now. So I'm doing these about 15-20 minutes first, and then they'll cook with the steak. And at the end, I might put them on the coals, but I think I'm just going to leave them in the foil. They'll end up with more flavor. So yeah, I'm just about ready to put the steaks on. Well, this might be a little tricky with one hand with the camera, but I'm going to try it. I'm just going to grab these by hand, and the bottom side here has nothing on it at all. So I'm just going to start with that side. I'm going to let this garlic stuff just kind of, soak in there. Put the cover on there and let it get hot in there, and all this will melt into there. I got to keep this camera away from that heat. I flipped these steaks over and added a little bit of Lea and Perrin Worcestershire sauce to the other side, and we're getting pretty close to eating time, folks, and it's pretty exciting. I actually put this garlic butter on here, and it's probably going to be too hot to grab. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I might just spoon some of that onto the steaks there, and kind of like this. Just grab some out of there. And just put it on that steak there. Yeah, and then put maybe a little bit on there. Fucking veggies here. You can't really grab this. It's way too hot. So I'm just going to scoop it all out on there, and just going to let this go. And I'm thinking these steaks are very close, actually. I like them fairly rare, actually. Anyway, just grab the stuff off here. Anyway, we're done. This is it. Had enough of this camera. We're just going to eat this food, alright?